to lesson 2 of our Learn to Lindy Hop series. We're really excited to have you dancing with us today. We are going to start with a warm-up, just to warm up our muscles and get our blood pumping. So just like last time, you are going to follow along with us.
M-A-S-S-A-H. Come on, man, let's sing this song. And my happy day, it's my lucky day. Take my blue advance, leaving right away.
Here we go.
When the quarter yells, Massachusetts, I'll be there with bells, Massachusetts. Homesick as can be, Massachusetts. Only place for me, Massachusetts. Got a special day with that New England state.
We're going to do some tackies. Tap, back, tap, back.
To see Plymouth Rock, Massachusetts. Water all around, Massachusetts. In that bucket town, Massachusetts. I can hardly wait to hurry through that gate.
And some swivels.
You can't get so much it means for me to be there. Childhood friends and childhood scenes for me to see there.
We're going to do some blowdowns.
Deep blue skies above, with the one I love. Just like Jack and Jill, we'll climb up the hill. Spread the news around our Massachusetts bound.
Mess around. Switch sides. Knee slaps.
Where they speak the English, Boston if you please. Where they haunt their candles, and we're on these ends. I miss Amy where they have that Harvard
We're
air.
going to rock in and out now. In,
Home of books and bars,
out.
famous boulevards, rich in history, heart of liberty. How we love to hear the tale of Montgomery.
Switch sides.
As you walk to Lexington, you think of glory, where those Minutemen were done, they left the story.
We're going to tap, tap, down. Tap, tap, down. Tap, tap, down.
Where they bake with pride, Massachusetts. Beans are gonna find Massachusetts. Spread the news around our Massachusetts.
Finish that with some shimmies.
Move over Massachusetts, I'm going today.
So in our last lesson, we talked all about being in closed position with your partner. This week is all about open position, which looks like this. Open position has a lot more room to be able to do all sorts of fun things. And the next few lessons are going to talk about different cool stuff that you can do in open position.
There's 3 essential things we want to talk about in making open position as good as possible. The first thing is making sure we have our hand connection right. We're bending from this first set of knuckles, like a little hinge shape.
We're locking with our partner. We want to make sure it's a full hand connection so that we can put some weight on it if we want to. We don't want to be hanging on to our partner with 1 or 2 fingers because it gets really difficult to communicate things with your partner when you can barely hang on to their hand.
The second thing we want to do is make sure that our arms are loose.
Nice and loose. Our hands should be somewhere around our waists. We don't want to tense up and start to bring those arms up. Sometimes that happens when we're dancing and thinking about other stuff. But whenever we notice that W shape, we want to take a deep breath out and bring our hands back down again.
The third thing we want to make sure we're doing is keeping our thumbs relaxed.
Pesky thumbs.
It can be really tempting if you're thinking about other things to start putting your thumb on top of your partner's hand. And if you start to press, that can actually start to hurt their hand. So be very careful.
Okay, so we just want to keep them off. So this is open position. Now we're going to talk about how to get to open position. And we're going to use the flip-flop from last week. So just in case you don't remember, the flip-flop looks like this. Step, step, triple step, 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 triple step. Got a little sneak peek of what we're doing there. So we're going to take that flip-flop. The first half is going to stay the same. And the second half, followers were moving, but our leaders aren't. It looks like this. Open and triple step, open, triple step. And you end up in open position.
So leads, first thing you need to do to make sure this move works is give your partner a clear signal of what you're doing. You can't just stand in place and expect them to know what's going on. You need to also send them with your arm.
Followers, I'm moving, and everything feels the same to me until I get to the end and realize that my partner didn't come with me. Step, step, triple step, 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 triple step. So it's a full flip-flop for me and a half flip-flop for the leaders. I do want to make sure we keep these hands connected. So as I'm moving, I just keep my hand close to my partner's arm so that we can meet hands in the center. So we're here, and we meet in the center. If I start to throw my arms around and do all sorts of things, then I'm not going to be able to connect up with my partner. So let's try that. We'll just do our flip to open. 5, 6, 5, 6, here we go. Oh, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. And we get to open position. So it's an 8-count move, just like the other ones we were doing. Let's try it with a flip-flop. So we're going to do a flip-flop and then our flip to open. 5, 6, 5, 6, here we go. Step, step, triple, and flop, step, and step, and triple, and step, step, triple, step. Yeah. The last thing to pay attention to for the flip-flop, followers, for the flip to open, is that we're staying kind of close to our partner. We don't want to get really excited and go super far away. We want to think about those hands relaxing, and we don't have to get too far away from our partner. We like this person. We're dancing with them. We want to stay closer to them so that our arms can be relaxed.
Now that we're in open position, we're going to talk about some fun solo jazz moves that we can throw into our partner dancing to add some more voice. You'll recognize some of these from the warm-ups that we've been doing at the beginning of our lessons.
So the first one is swivels. That's the twisting move that looks like this. Step by step, you start with one foot and you step out. And then you're going to twist and step out. And out, and out, and out, and out. So the stepping is very important. You want to make full steps instead of just twisting your feet on the ground. And then that out is also important. Out, and out, and out. There's also in, but that's a different solo jazz move. So we want stepping out. Out, and out, and out, and out. And twist, and twist, and twist, and twist. Twist, 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 twist. If I'm across from my partner, I like to think about it as showing my partner my back pockets. Twist, 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 twist. So, solo jazz move number 1 is swivels.
Solo jazz move number 2 is tacky annies. With tacky annies, we're taking one foot, tapping it behind us, putting it back, and then tapping the other foot, putting it back. Tap, 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 tap. And you can start adding your arms in, going in and out,
Tap, tap,
side to side.
back, tap, back. Solo jazz number 2, tacky annies. Solo jazz move number 3 is low downs. So you're going to take your foot, you're going to stick it out, and then you're going to bring it back and you're going to switch. And low, and low, and low, and low. You get really low if you want to, or you can make them small. Ready? Got it? Ready? Got it. So when we do this with our partner, we're going to do 8 counts of either swivels, tacky annies, or low downs, and it's up to you to choose which ones you want to do. We don't necessarily have to be doing the same ones. So 8 counts of swivels looks like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 counts of tappy annies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Or 8 counts of low downs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now for low downs specifically, you don't have to go the same direction as your partner. We can go opposite or we can go the same direction. Both are totally okay. So opposite is good, and the same is also good. So when we add this on with our flip to open, we do the 8 count flip to open move, and then we do 8 counts of solo jazz. We can be doing the same thing, or we can be doing something different. Let's all try it together. 5, 6, 5, 6, here we go. Step, step, triple, and open. Triple step, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Now that we've talked about getting from closed position to open, let's talk about getting from open position back to closed. We're going to do this with a Lindy circle.
Lindy circle looks like this. Step, step, triple step, 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 triple step. 8 count move, just like the rest of them. We start in open position and we go to closed position. You might notice it looks very similar to the circle we did in our last lesson in closed position. So we're going to come back to that in a minute. We're going to start with the first 2 counts of this move.
Leads, I'm taking a step back and then a step together to bring my partner towards me.
Followers, I'm swiveling. So we're going to go back to the solo jazz that we just talked about, and we're going to use those swivels. So I'm going to start with my right foot, and I'm going to go right, left. So right, left. And I'm going to swivel. So swivel, swivel, triple step. Swivel, swivel, triple step. Right, left, triple step.
Leads, you're taking that first step with your left foot.
Yep. So when we put that first part together, there's just the first 2 counts. We get 1, 2. So we actually moved that way, and Tim is the one creating that. Step, step. So when we're stepping, we want to have everything connected. So our entire bodies are moving instead of just our feet. So we move back or forward instead of just our feet going. So let's try those first 2 counts. 5, 6, here we go. 1, 2. For the next part, we're going to switch places. So as we're triple stepping, we're switching around each other. So I start looking at this side of the room,
And I start looking at that side of the room.
and by the first 4 counts, we're facing the other direction. It looks like this. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now we've kind of got something going that looks like closed position. Let's try that again. 5, 6, 5, 6, here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So those triple steps move and we turn around. Let's try that one more time. 5, 6, 5, 6, here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Yeah. Notice leaders, you're catching your partner right there. That's important. We need that. So after we switch places, the last part is exactly the same as the circle that we've already done. Step, step, triple step. Step, step, triple step, 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 back it up.
And we're doing that, back it up, to let our follow know, hey, we're ending this Lindy circle. We're not going to keep spinning around.
Let's try it all together. 5, 6, 5, 6, here we go. Step, step, switch places, around, around, back it up. Yeah. And let's try it one more time. We'll show you from the other side. 5, 6, 5, 6, here we go.
Step, step, triple
Step, 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 triple step. Yeah. That back it up at the end is really important because it helps us from getting dizzy. It helps us reset. Our next move is a fun little, like, hey, we did a cool thing, let's do a celebration move. It also gives us a chance to just think about what we're doing. So it's called our break step. And it looks like this. Back and throw in so that we're not just doing move, 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 move. We get a little chance to just kind of hang out for a second. So we go back, step, and then we shake it out. Back, step, break, shake, shake, shake. So it's still an 8 count pattern. 1,
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
And then you go back into whatever move you're doing next. Before we do some combos, we wanted to talk for a minute about what we do at the beginning of a song. So at the beginning we do something called jockeying. We usually start in closed position like this, and we step back and forth to hear the beat of the music. This helps us connect with our partner, make sure we're on the same page, hearing what the music sounds like. This usually happens during the intro of a song, before the song fully kicks in and we start dancing. But it gives us a second to just feel what's going on. We're going to do this, when we do our first combo, we're going to do this during the intro until the song kicks in, and we'll count you off for that part where you're doing the moves. Our first combo is going to be the moves that we did today. So we're going to do a flip to open, we're going to do 8 counts of solo jazz in open position, we are going to do our Lindy circle, and we're going to do a break step. So we'll show you. It's going to look like this.
5, 6, 5, 6,
Here we go. Step. Flip to open, solo jazz, Lindy circle, break step. Yeah. So we're going to run through once, and then we're going to restart, and we're going to do it again. So we're going to go through it 2 times. We're going to jockey at the start, we'll count you off to the combo, and we're going to go through the combo twice. Flip to open, solo jazz, Lindy circle, break step. Okay. Here we go. Flip to open. Jazz. Lindy circle. Break step. Do it again. The second combo of the lesson is going to be a flip to open, 8 counts of solo jazz, another 8 counts of solo jazz, and our Lindy circle. We're going to go through it twice, just like the last one. Notice there's 2 8 counts of solo jazz in the middle there, so you can either do the same move for 16 counts, or you can switch it up and throw a few other moves in there if you'd like. We'll count you off.
Hey, up,
Here we go. Flip to open. 5, 6, here we go. Circle. Do it again. Good job. The next couple combos we have for you also mix in the moves from the first lesson so that we can start to string lots of moves together. It's great to think of moves as puzzle pieces so that you can put them together however you'd like. So this combo, we are going to do a basic, we're going to do a flip-flop, we're going to do a flip to open, and we're going to do a Lindy circle. So those first 2 moves we covered in our lesson 1. So if you need to review those, you can go back to that lesson and we explain everything. So we're going to do a basic, a flip-flop, flip to open, Lindy circle, and then we're going to do it all again. Here we go. Basic. Flip-flop. into a Lindy circle, and then adding our break step at the end. So a basic, flip to open, Lindy circle, break step. And just like all the others, we're going to do it twice through. Here we go. Basic. Flip to open. Circle. Break step. Basic. Our last combo of the lesson is a mega combo, which has everything that you've learned so far. So we're going to do two basics, we're going to do a flip-flop, we're going to do a circle and closed position, then we're going to do a flip to open, we're going to do solo jazz and open position, we're going to do our Lindy circle, and then we're going to do our break step. So it's everything together. If you can't remember it, it's going to be in the description below the video. We're doing two basics, flip-flop, circle and closed, flip to open, solo jazz, Lindy circle and open position, and then our break step.
Hey, up, here we go.
Basic. Basic. Flip-flop. Circle. Flip to open. Solo jazz. Circle. Break step. That was awesome! Good job! That was a huge combo, so awesome job for making it through that. That last combo in particular is a great thing to go practice as many times as you can, since it has all of the moves we've done so far.
Thanks so much for sticking with us for our second lesson, and we're excited to teach you more things in our next one.
Thanks for joining us!